Good morning, Bears fans.
Good morning,
Back at,
everybody.
back at it on another Sunday morning pre-game show. Thank you all to the Everything Bears show. You're home for Everything Bears, so welcome. Ooh, we got one today, folks.
Big one, doesn't it? It feels like it's going to be a huge game, super important. Quick stat to kick us off in the morning because I love stats. Saw it this morning on X. Bears win today, 64% chance of making the playoffs. If they lose, 31.
So pretty
So,
drastic drop
big
off.
game. Yep.
Well, let's get this started.
Let's do it. Never let it run. Never let it run. Good gets better. And you better get better. Anybody gets better. Hands on three. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Vikings, round 2.
Fight.
Fight.
Oh man, this is gonna be a rumble. It's gonna be a street fight.
You know, I was kind of thinking, I'm kind of excited to see this offense on this turf, quite honestly. We've been
True.
outside for the last few weeks, and
Yeah.
let's see them on this turf.
That-
I'm kind of excited to see how fast we look.
That's a good point, man. Because we've been playing in a lot of sloppy weather, and
Don't get me wrong, I loved the snow globe last week. That was awesome. That nostalgic football, NFL films worthy, however you want to put it, and then what a backdrop for the legend of Caleb to begin.
Yes,
Yes, yes,
almost ethereal.
right. I could just hear the NFL Films voice guy saying, "On a cold and snowy day in Chicago by the lakefront, Caleb Williams emerges as the dude."
Absolutely.
Well, what a good day, man. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day in the Midwest here. What do you think, man? 64% if they win today of making the playoffs, 31 if they don't.
Yeah, that's a huge gap.
Mhm.
But it makes sense because that's where we're at in the schedule, this far along in the season, mid-season here. What that does tell me is we got to win today, baby.
Mhm.
We got to win today.
We talked about it on Thursday. Like this, it's not necessarily a must-win game, but it feels like if they want to make the playoffs and maybe make a little bit of noise, they have to win this game, man. We're hunting 4 more wins for the rest of the season to get to 10, double-digit wins, right? A divisional game on the road. We seen what happened that first week, and that was game 1 in Ben's offense. I'd love to see, man, I can't wait. Is it noon yet? Is it noon?
Yeah, I know. It can't come soon enough, man.
I know, man.
But you're right though, right? Isn't it kind of it's one of those sayings of like numerically or we don't need to win the game, but we need to win this game.
Right. It's with the fact that it's a divisional game on top of everything else, I think that just amplifies it 2 times over, if not more. But man, it's divisional football, baby. Let's go. And we're backloaded this year. We've only had 2. We're 0-2 in the division, so we need to get on the right side here and get going.
Yeah. I would almost agree that if you're out there in the chat, if you think it's a must-win game, let us know your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
We're here for you.
So
Like that.
you want to start with maybe a recap of what happened in week 1?
Oh yeah, take us down memory lane. Week
All
1.
right. Do-do-do-do-do-do. You know, the old
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers
Oh,
way back theme here.
I thought
All
Wayne's
right.
World.
Yeah. Wayne's World, party on. Okay, so we remember week 1 as we were young, inspiring Bears fans of this season, full of hope and, excited to see what this Ben Johnson offense could do.
Yes.
Well, if you remember, the game was going the Bears' way for a majority of that game, right?
Yeah.
We get up early, still had some problems in the red zone, but we're all the way into the fourth quarter. The Bears are up 17-6, and you're thinking to yourself, man, if we just score one more time, we could put this game away. Just one more time. So the Bears start driving at the end of the third quarter,
Okay.
turns into the fourth, right? Still up 17-6.
All right.
And through a myriad of mishaps, the Bears are facing a 3rd and 30. Okay. Not to bring up too many bad memories.
I remember those days.
Yeah. But in this case, Caleb Williams has a completion underneath, gets an extra 10 to 15 yards to put this team in a manageable field goal situation. I think it was a 50-yarder, maybe 49.
Mm-hmm.
And this was with 14 minutes and 55 seconds left in the game. We're up
In the game. Okay.
6. Okay. A field goal here puts us up 20-6, 2 scores. And do you recall what happens on this field goal attempt? Old Noodle Leg strikes again. Yes. He actually had the distance, which was surprising enough, but he was wide right. Started hooking at the last second. And you thought to yourself, oh boy, what just happened? We got that toast there, right?
Okay.
So that goes down. They give the ball back to him, probably Minnesota around the 45. Okay. Um, I think the Vikings end up having to punt it back. The Bears then go 3 and out. And then on the very next, on the ensuing punt, of course, our special teams gaffes strike again. And the Vikings return it out to about the 50. Okay.
Nice.
So now they're starting at midfield. And of course, that ends up leading to a touchdown. Um, so now everything's kind of up in the air, right? So they start making their comeback. Um, Vikings end up going up 20-17. And then after that, after getting the ball back, the Bears go to punt. You remember what happens with that punt? Gets
Mm.
blocked.
Mm-mm-mm.
So at this point, they give the ball back to him. I think the Vikings started on their own 40, and they promptly march down, score again. Bears are down 27-17. With just at that point, it was 2:02 left. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So we needed to kick the ball into the end zone so that they couldn't return it. So
Oh
we
yeah,
can
that's
use the
right.
2-minute warning
That's right.
as a timeout. But Noodle Egg strikes again. Absolutely. Right. So they return it. They get it under the 2 minute. I think the Bears had one additional timeout at that point, and then they had absolutely no chance. And there it was. Bears
There,
lose.
there it
Okay.
was.
But after that, the fortunes of the Bears turned around fairly well. Maybe not in week 2
Yeah,
when they
not week
got
2.
curb stomped, but then they ripped off quite a few wins there. So, and here we are today. Vikings round 2. So, yeah.
So, two vastly different teams the Bears were from week 1 to where we're at today.
Mhm.
Vastly different teams. So, I'm hopeful that the matchups it's not going to look the same as it did week 1. I mean, we've tightened up on the penalties a lot. The offense looks far more well. Yeah, I think the offense looks better. Caleb seems
Oh
to
yeah.
be
Oh
operating
yeah.
the offense way better than he was week 1. It's my problem here is that defense, you know. JJ's good with his legs. If they watched any of that tape from last week's game, JJ's got to be like, "Oh, so I'll just be running a lot today."
Yeah. And if you remember that first game, it was an emotional thing going on. JJ's first start in his hometown, yada yada yada, blah
Right.
blah blah. And we ended up making the kid look like JJ instead of 9. So it's but that's all in the past now. It's
Well,
all in the past.
that's ancient history at this
Right.
point. That's ancient
Exactly.
history. So,
I it's pretty safe to say this team is completely different right now compared to what it was in that first week,
mhm,
especially offense efficiency for sure.
absolutely.
You think about it, I mean, why were we in a 3rd and 30? The penalties reared its ugly head.
Yeah.
We were terrible at that. Thankfully, as we've been moving forward the last couple weeks, it seems like the penalties have started to correct itself a little bit. Last week, what, 3 penalties for
3.
25 yards?
Yeah, 3.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And most of those penalties in the beginning were pre-snap penalties, which in this environment today does make me a little bit nervous. Like there's a possibility they can rear their ugly head again for sure.
Yeah, but you know what though? If memory serves me correct, uh our offense actually didn't have any pre-snap penalties, false starts that is, when we were using the silent count in
Washington, right?
Washington, I want to say I thought it was Las Vegas too even.
Mm, yeah, in the dome there. Yep.
Yeah, cuz that was starting to create this whole theme in my mind where I was like, "Okay, I know this week we're playing at home, but let's just keep using the silent count."
Yeah. So I think, that's going to be kind of an interesting thing to keep an eye on. What's this crowd going to do? But we all know the best way to get that crowd out of the game is score early.
Yeah, just to get on their ass and
Yeah.
fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would go as far as, winning the coin flip and taking the ball. I don't think on the road that would necessarily be the best idea.
All right.
But,
You're
I
you're
think,
you're
yeah.
channeling your inner Ben right now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of putting myself in his shoes on how we would want to do this, and I don't know if that would be the right call. Maybe because let's be honest, the Bears going into a half and coming out haven't been that great. If you think about it, how many times have we been doubled up, and how many
We've been
times have
doubled up
we?
a bunch.
Yeah, how many times have we missed on doubling up,
A
scoring,
lot.
coming into the half, and then coming out and scoring again? You
Have we
know,
done it once yet?
I don't, not that I recall. And there's a couple times where I think maybe that Minnesota game, if we did it, it would have been a different story. But I don't want to talk about it too much more. So we
Well, it's
recapped it. We did what we needed to do. It's
yeah.
over.
Again, we're a totally different team, as is Minnesota.
Hmm.
I mean, they went through some troubles on their own too. I mean, you can look at it one way that they benched McCarthy, or he had an injury,
Right.
so he's got to sit down in a couple weeks. And then who'd they put in? Help me out here.
Carson
Was it
Wentz.
Carson Wentz? And then
Yeah.
when he showed his true self, they were like, "Okay, McCarthy's healthy. You're going
Yeah.
back in, kid."
Once Carson Wentz tapped out, he's like, forget this. I'm getting killed out there. And then
And
they're
then
like, all right, let's go,
yeah,
JJ.
we'll just stick with JJ's and his problems. maybe we can fix them. And they've had their struggles too, which could lead us to. You want to do it? Tail of the tape?
Okay, let's get ready. Yeah, we had the emergence of 9. So let's go.
So here we go. This is what we got. Here's the tail of the tape. It's all laid out there for you.
All right, so
you want to take the honors?
We got points per game. So right now we know Bears doing fairly well in that category, top third in the league still, hanging around that 6th, 7th slot. And it's starting to increase. I think from a few weeks ago, we've jumped up, a point and a half roughly, 26.6 compared to 22.3. So edge Bears there. Defensive points per game allowed, 27.4 for the Bears, while the Vikings are giving up 23.7. Yeah. Now here is where it gets sexy, right? Turnover margin. Bears are plus 14, first in the league. Not only are they taking the ball away, they're just not giving it up. I think, maybe 6 turnovers for the season? Yeah, just so good, man. Taking care of the ball. And compared to the Vikings, -7. So they're giving it up. Let's hope that thing continues today. 30th in the league. Third down offense. Bears continue to be good in this category. 41.4. How many sustained drives have we seen? How many clutch throws on third down has Caleb converted? Well, quite a bit. Okay. Now that we're not in 3rd and 30s or 3rd and 15s, and we got that figured out, we got the run game going, those third downs seem to be a little bit easier for the guys.
How about that?
Compared to Minnesota and 9, 31.8, almost dead last, 31st, one from the bottom. Third down defense, Bears, 34.4, very good. Though sometimes I feel like it's because the offense never gets to third down and they're converting on second right away. Whatever. But rarely do we get them out on the first third down because we don't see a whole lot of 3 and outs from this defense. Compared to the Vikings at 35.6, so very close in that 6th and 9th. We know Flores likes to bring the blitz, and I think we're going to see it today. I just, even though Caleb has been a master against the blitz, and he's got some ridiculous numbers against the blitz, it's just in Flores' nature. I don't think that he will not bring it.
Oh, he's bringing it, Jerry.
Yeah.
He's bringing it.
Yards per game. Bears, 3rd in the league, 379.8.
Ow!
Holy cow.
I know.
Wow. Sometimes these offensive stats, being a lifelong Bear friends, guys, this is uncharted territory for us. This is like us playing Tecmo Bowl as kids, sitting there with the notebook in the first one, keeping track of how many rushing yards you have with Walter Payton, right?
Exactly.
So, compared to 299.9 for the Vikings. So the quarterback whisperer might have a little bit of a lisp or something this week or this year. I don't know. But he's not getting through to old JJ here. So they got the edge there. Rush yards per game. Bears, 2nd. This is a stat that, as a Bears fan, doesn't really surprise us a whole lot, because if it was one thing that we could do, it was rush the ball, and we continue to do so.
Right.
147.3 compared to 102.1. But the Vikings have been running the ball a little bit better over the last few weeks, which I think, keep this stat in mind, boys and girls, because I have a feeling we'll talk about this again, maybe a little bit more towards the end of the show. Pass yards, 232.4, 11th, compared to 9 and company at 197.8, 22nd. So Bears have the edge there. And then we go to a couple more defensive stats here. Yards per game on defense, Bears giving up an abysmal 375.7.
That's oof.
When you give up 500 plus to the Lions, and dang near 500 from the Bengals, yeah, you're going to see that, right?
Yep.
Compared to 317.2 for the Vikings. And then rush yards, Bears are giving up 135.3, which is what we talked about before, compared to 125.6. And then finally, passing yards allowed, Bears giving up 240.3 compared to 191.7 for the Vikings. And that, my friends, is the tail of the tape.
Tail of the tape. That last one. So that's a big one for me that I'm keeping an eye on for this game. The pass yards allowed by the defenses. So the Bears being 26th and pass defense, again going up against a real formidable duo. I think they got a good tight end too.
Yeah.
So depending what kind of
Hawkinson, yeah.
plays O'Connell can draw up, we can get exposed today. And then on the flip side, with them being 8th in the league, the Vikings being 8th in the league on pass defense, that doesn't bode well for our offense. But we're talking, folks, and I have to remind myself this: we're talking about Ben Johnson here.
Right.
He's got history of facing the Vikings, and with success. So he's definitely going to be prepared for that. The fucking zero blitzes and all that. He's gonna have his hot routes and escape lanes for Caleb. He's gonna have all this already mapped out. And I just really love our roster. There's talent everywhere. So yeah, go ahead and blitz us. That's what I hope. I'm hoping that Ben's got Caleb so prepared that he's like, yeah, go ahead, blitz us, and we're gonna toast your ass.
I agree. I think they're going to be ready for it. Like you made a great point with Ben Johnson being in the division for so long and going against this defense for the last 4 years. Yep. He knows, right? And he's going to have whatever he needs dialed up. I'm sure it's been beaten into Caleb's head. Hey, man, we love to hunt downfield, and we do that very well. But if you're getting pressure, let's check it down. Let's take our 4 or 5 yards and live for another down. I'm sure that's in the game plan today. Like there will be somebody short on almost every play.
Well, and you know what's important too in that is that if they're coming with a blitz and you throw to your hot route, you had so many people blitzing that leaves their defense open to we can gash them if there's yards after the catch. Get the ball to Burden. Get the ball to Colston. He's already shown us he takes it. He could make a house call. Like, go ahead. Go ahead.
So Caleb against the blitz, passer rating of 136.3, 6 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. And I'd like to say yards against the blitz, it's in the upper 700s, like 790 something. So he handles the blitz very well, and he torches it, according to these numbers. So at this point, you're almost dividing it. And after watching a bunch of film on the offensive line this week, I tell you what, man, if you're as nerdy as I am about offensive line play, think about the Giants defense. And there's one play that comes to mind in particular, and I didn't notice this while the game was going. We talked about all their pass rushers, right? And you're like, they have a plethora at that. Well, at that position. Well, the defense, they came up with ways to have multiple guys on the field. There was one play where there was Thibodeau, Banks, and I like to say maybe Chop Robinson was on the same side on our offensive right, and they were lined up over Dahlman, and Banks in this case was playing like a middle linebacker position, who was their top sack guy, right? Had 11 sacks going into the game. Yep. And then you had, I think, Chop Robinson, and then Thibodeau was on the inside. Robinson, I think, was on the outside. And they performed a 3-man stunt on that where Banks ended up looping all the way outside of Darnell Wright as Thibodeau crashed into the center gap, basically. And then the other end crashed into Jackson. And man, they picked it up masterfully.
Yeah.
They passed it off. The line communicated, no pressure. It's just this offensive line at this point, there's really not a whole lot of weaknesses. The only thing on this offensive line that we can really talk about is Theo's pass blocking.
Yeah.
But you look at Jackson, and he was the highlight of one of these film breakdowns. He's playing amazing. I mean, think about it. Have we talked about Jackson since the first week or two?
Nope.
No. Why? Because he's playing excellent. He's one of those unsung heroes. He's probably playing better now than he was in his Pro Bowl year. So you look at that offensive line, there's a potential of multiple Pro Bowlers coming off of this line. We got Tooney. He's pretty much a lock.
Yeah.
Jackson might be there. Darnell Wright, it was definitely going to be in the conversation.
Yeah, he's making a case for himself.
And Dahlman, you see what he's doing. How many times on run plays do you see him 10, 15 yards downfield hunting out linebackers, getting to the second level? I mean, it's masterful. That's why the Bears are able to run the ball so well. It's as an old offensive line honk, man, it's super exciting. And Theo Bennett in the run game is a top 3 or 4 tackle as well. Unfortunately, the flip side is on the pass game, he's not even anywhere near the top half. But, you take the good with the bad.
Yeah. I totally agree, man. From what we've been seeing the last couple of weeks, this offensive line is really coming together.
Mm-hmm.
They're really starting to gel, and I have to give them all credit in terms of keeping themselves healthy. They must be taking care of their bodies because them being healthy and playing all these games together is a big factor into why they're gelling so well.
Yeah, I think did he miss 1 or 2 games? I don't remember. It might have just been the one.
I think it was just was it one or was it just like half of one?
It might have been half of one, but yeah. Man, I'd have to go back and look at it. But like you were saying, those guys being together, it's paying dividends right now, and it's going to have to down the stretch because the Bears plays some pretty good defenses, with today being one of them.
Yeah. The schedule definitely gets rougher. This is not in terms of the rankings of how tough these games are going to be coming up. This game today is very low on that one.
The rest of the schedule in general, it definitely gets tougher. You just look at the records of the teams that they play going forward compared to the ones that they've played already. And we talked about it a little bit on Thursday, but it's gonna really determine what this team is. Are we a contender or are we going to be a pretender? We'll find out. And today is going to be that first step.
And also too, so with that moniker, are we for real or are we fake? We're sitting at 6-3. All these opponents that we're going to face from here on out are going to be, there's a target on our backs.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to want to expose us, and they're going to give us their best shot every Sunday now for the rest of the season. They're going to be giving them their best shot, and so we're going to find out.
Yeah. And Vegas isn't sold on them. Bears are a 2.5-point dog today.
Seriously.
Some of the national pundits, I heard one guy, call the Bears, they think they're a little bit, fugazi, as they say. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll find out. I think if the Bears beat the Vikings today, I think a lot of these people are going to have to shut the hell up And of course, they'll still say, "Oh, well, they were playing a JJ McCarthy-led
You beat
team," and
you
blah
beat
blah
me
blah.
to it. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
they ain't. We if we win today, the bullshit ain't gonna stop.
no, no, but that's okay.
It's
Let
fine.
let them keep doubting, and then when they say, "Okay, well, the Bears are in as the number 7 seed," then they can all choke on their own words, and we'll go back and we'll find all these clips and replay them. Maybe that will be a whole show of us just showing
Of going back.
how dumb these national pundits are. So, no belief, maybe. I don't know.
Well, and it's funny too where some of them land because right, one of the biggest naysayers has been Colin Cowherd,
Mhm.
like all season, and then just out of the blue, 180-degree flip flop
Yeah.
now, and it's like, okay, reading
Mhm.
the tea leaves a little bit. Are scared? Are you
Yeah.
scared that you're gonna have to eat your words coming up?
Which is funny because, I follow Colin Cowherd,
I
he
like them.
used
Yeah,
yeah, I do too. And if you remember before the season started, he was all in on Caleb. He used to love Caleb,
he loved Caleb. Yeah,
and he loved the Bears team. And then the first 2 weeks happened, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, maybe I overreached here."
right.
Well, then the last several weeks happened. He's like, maybe I did it. So I appreciate Colin admitting that he was wrong. Welcome back, buddy. We'll take you back on the bandwagon here, though we're not
Yeah,
bandwagon fans here. But
right. Well, and the same goes too to the Bears fans. You're always welcome back, but just stop hating on Caleb for no fucking
yeah,
reason.
just leave your Bajan talks to yourself sometimes. So I think we covered that pretty well on Thursday.
We did.
And if
We
you
did.
guys have any questions, go back and watch that show, and then we'll continue to counterpoint with you. I have no problems in doing that.
Nope, not at all. Ooh, but yep. That was a good that's a good tale of the tape there, man. That's a lot of talking points and all that stuff because it's going to be a test of our offense versus their defense, and then
Mhm.
uh, you know uh Montez Sweat, speaking on our defense, so our defensive numbers could be a bit skewed too because we've been gashed by two teams. So those numbers could be slightly skewed a bit. But Montez Sweat the last 4 weeks has been showing signs of life.
Yeah,
So if we can somehow get golly, those first 3 quarters against Minnesota in week 1, if we can just do that this week,
mhm.
let's do that. Uh get
So
to the quarterback.
yeah, Montez Sweat, right? You were talking about it. We've seen him pick up 4.5 sacks in the last 4 weeks, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So, and opposite of him, Austin Booker. We've seen
Mhm.
life from him as well. I think he's going to have to continue to be a big part of this, and he's going to have every opportunity to, right? I don't think any team's going out there thinking that they need to chip Austin Booker right now, do you?
No. No.
Yeah.
Do you got that injury report?
Yeah, buddy, I do. So you want to take a look at that?
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely see who's available cuz I haven't really combed through it
Okay.
too in depth cuz Dom Rob definitely interested to see if we get is Dom Rob healthy? Is he going today?
Yeah. So right now, for the people who are out, let's cover that first. TJ Edwards, which we knew, still healing from the back surgery. Jalen Johnson, even though they opened up his 21-day window, we haven't even touched on that. So maybe after this,
After this
we could
we'll get
jump
into
into
that.
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Ja'Day Walker, he's still out with the concussion, which is a shame, man. I really wanted to see him play.
I see. Yeah, agreed.
Brisk, we haven't heard anything on Brisker yet, have we? If he's officially in or out,
No.
he's dealing with the back. But then everybody else right now is in, man. So Dom Rob, full practice. He's going to be there.
Nice.
He's going to be in the rotation. Moving over to the Vikings, they got a pretty decent list as well. One of the biggest names on the
Yeah.
Vikings defense is out, Jonathan
Yeah.
Bernard.
Yes. Sit down
Yeah,
today. Sit
if you
down.
remember some of the previous games that he played against the Bears, he wrecked some games, just
He's
straight
that
out wrecked them.
yeah, he's that dude. He's good.
Yeah,
He's a very good player. Very good.
yeah. And then their center's out, which I always like. The captain of that offensive line, the one who calls out all the signals.
Yeah.
Whenever that starting center is out, man, I
Well, and the exchange
advantage
with the
offensive line.
quarterback,
Yeah.
had to have that messed up.
Other
So
than that, it looks like the Vikings are pretty healthy.
yeah,
Um,
Harrison Smith's a go.
but that Grenard, yeah, and he wasn't there for the first game.
Right.
So there's going to be, as Caleb Williams said, that little bit of cat and mouse going on there. So, but yeah, it looks like for the most part, then we kind of know what's going on. The only one who's up in the air right now is Brisker, and I'm sure we're going to hear something shortly. I'm sure if one of us combs through Twitter, we'll be able to find out real quick to
Yep.
see if he's been officially declared in or out.
Yeah, the
But
30 of yous in the
mhm,
out there watching. If you get any information you want to chime in, put it in the comments. Let us know.
yeah, if you guys have seen anything on Brisker before we do, shout it out real quick. Be more than happy to relay that info.
Let your
But
fellow Bears fans know.
mhm. With that being said, we talked about Jalen Johnson. I think how exciting was that news, huh?
Wow. Yeah, that's huge, man. Oh
We
man.
talked about it on Wednesday, the day before we were talking about him.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, boom. Um, it was as if, somebody overheard us talking and they're like, you know what? Bears fans need to know what's going on with old Jalen.
Yeah.
And we got some excellent news.
Yeah.
Excellent news.
Like he's full go at practice.
Mhm. You saw him jumping over the hurdles. You brought that up. I mean, if he's doing stuff like that, he's probably at this point working on conditioning and participating in all the drills, see how he feels the day after, 2 days after, making sure nothing is tweaked. Because at this point, we don't want anything else to happen. Don't bring him back. Don't rush him back. And he has to
Right.
miss the last 4 weeks or something. Give him the extra week or two so that we have him for the rest of the year.
Yes. Yes.
That's where we're at. But how different will this defense look with him in there, Kyler Gordon in there? It just TJ will hopefully be back by then. And that's
Yes.
all for this stretch run. Not only for the end of the season, but let's hope we're talking playoffs as well. And
Mhm.
that's these defensive stats are gonna flip, right? We
Yeah.
have our shutdown cornerback. So we'll be able to do a lot more that way as well.
Right.
But
Yeah. I just fantasize about that situation. You put Tyreek Stevenson back at 2 where he's
mhm,
supposed to be. That's where he fits in best at number 2. Like you said, Kyler Gordon. And then so we talked about this maybe last show or the show before about like, well, what do you do with CD?
CJ, yeah.
What do you do with him? Because at this point, like again, we can go into a dime and you've got Tremaine in the middle or TJ. You can mix and match
Either
whatever you
or,
want to
yeah.
do. But in terms of having 2 physical, fast nickels in there with CD and Kyler, dude, like Dennis
It's
Allen's head has to be
yeah,
swimming
yeah.
of like
He's got the notebook sitting on the nightstand and he wakes up after dreaming up a beautiful blitz with those two guys and just writes it down right away.
yes, because he gets to deploy those guys
Yeah.
however he wants. And
And it gives us a little bit of insurance in case Brisker ends up going down.
so he brings that.
Traditionally,
Yeah, he
he
brings that.
does.
Yeah.
So
Well, which kind of brings up today's question: if Brisker's a go or not, do you put him at safety there, or do you keep him in the nickel and then just bring in Jonathan Owens?
Yeah, I think it's more the latter. I think you keep CJ in the nickel as long as you can. He's been the best Bears defender probably over the last 2 weeks in that position. So why not keep him there as long as you can? And then I think you go with Owens. He's serviceable. And we talked about Brisker's coverage. Maybe
Yeah, it's just not
who
much
knows?
drop off there
Yeah,
then to
who
bring in
knows?
Jonathan Owens.
Mhm.
It's not much drop off. They're both a liability
Yeah,
in coverage.
it's in this week, unfortunately, I wish, Owens might have been a better coverage safety. Will Brisker's a better all around, but unfortunately, that's not the case.
Right. I
But
actually think we're going to miss the physicality even because Brisker brings a level of physicality I don't think Jonathan
yeah,
Owens does.
if we're talking defense, I mean, at this point, if the Vikings are running the ball early and often, we're in trouble,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Agreed.
You got to make JJ or 9 or whoever decides to show up this week beat you. In the first game, he did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He beat you, unfortunately. But you know what? Do it again.
Sure. Right.
Mhm.
Do it again then. Let me
Yeah.
see it. Let me see it twice.
I'll
But
take my chances there.
but
Yeah.
that shit worries me because like the way that Jamar Chase and Higgins, like all JJ's got to do in terms of the passing game, like to add what you said too, because if they start running the ball, then we're super fucked.
Yeah.
Because all JJ's got to do is, you know what they'll do? They'll just 50-50 ball us all day.
Yeah.
50-50 ball, 50-50 ball. And dude, I mean, Tyreek can only do so much. And then the other kid, Nashawn Wright, he's going to get fucking toasted
Yeah.
if they're going to 50-50 him all day. And it sucks because that kid's tall and lanky. But again, we're talking about maybe two of the best duo wide receivers in the league.
Mhm.
So this could be a track meet.
The one difference, though, is the trigger man, right? Flacco I had a ton more credit than what JJ does. And
Sure.
everything I was hearing coming out of Minnesota is that those two receivers are pretty disgruntled, and JJ and Addison.
I've heard that.
Um,
Yeah.
so could we get, if you get on him early and he's throwing a bunch of worm burners or overthrowing it, could we get maybe an AJ Brown situation where they run half routes and give up and everything else? Hopefully, that's best case scenario, but we'll see. I don't think the Vikings will abandon the run as early as they did last week when they were running it. So they're going to have a heavy dose of Aaron Jones and Mason. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But the Bears have shown that they can stop the run. We saw it against the Saints. Bengals didn't run it very well against them, and it forced them to pass. Unfortunately, the Bengals ended up passing it all over the yard. But
Yep.
I'd rather defend one thing than having to defend both, for sure.
Yeah. And like you said, have it be JJ.
Yeah.
So stack the box and go, okay, beat us. Beat us
Mhm.
9.
Yeah. Let's go 9. Let's see who we're going against today, JJ or 9, right?
How cringy.
Yeah.
How cringe. Did you saw the footage on Twitter of him in the locker room? Like,
Yeah. Where it's like
okay, like, all
this
right.
is JJ's face after once he hears he's going to a rage or something like that. Yeah. I've seen a bunch of them.
Like, all right. You're
Get
not
it.
scaring nobody, kid.
Get it, JJ. You're a Michigan guy. I'll give you that, but sorry, buddy. I hope you get destroyed this week.
Yep.
hmm
Absolutely.
Hey, if the Vikings are running the ball, and the reason why this is so important to stop the run with, your normal front, if they don't, now you're bringing a safety up, and you're basically going one on one. I'm assuming they're going to try to bracket JJ somehow, but you take one less guy out of the defensive backfield to help cover those guys. And if they're running free, deep digs 15, 17 yards downfield, it's going to be a long game. Then we got to hope that JJ is feeling, gracious enough to maybe throw a few our way, which isn't totally out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah. So I know we'll get there in a little bit when we start getting to the keys of the game, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the kid's got to at least give us one in the air and one on the ground.
Yeah.
Give me a sack
very
fumble.
much so.
Just
He's
because,
a big kid. Yep.
Mhm.
He likes to evade like Caleb does. So,
Yep.
you know what? Let's give him a few shots. Let's give him another welcome to the NFL moment. Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, put the doubt in his mind. The kid's a competitor, so I don't think that you could beat him into submission. That's one thing I don't think you could do with this kid, but you can rattle him enough to the point where he holds it an extra pat of the ball or whatever. And sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Get
him to make a mistake by, like you said, rattle his ass.
Yeah. We've been very opportunistic on defense. When was the last time we seen a Byard interception? At this point, this season, it feels like he's due. Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll see one today. I don't know.
He's overdue for one.
Yeah.
But and dealing with Dennis Allen, he loves to blitz. So JJ's going to get blitzed today.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen. If Brisker's in, Brisker's going. CeeDee's going. They're going to send CeeDee. So.
Yeah, I think CJ Gardner he'll go. And if you remember in the first game, Nahshon Wright pick 6, right? It was part of that 17-6 score. Yeah. So we know he's not above it. So why not give another one to us?
So I've noticed that about him. He loves to jump routes. Like he's gotten cooked on a couple of it where like he gambled and tried to jump a route and the receiver caught it and and it's like, ooh, now you're way out of position to make a tackle. But we got to get the turnovers. Keep the turnover shit going.
It's got to be key. I don't think that they, need 4 or 5 to win this game, but 1 or 2. It seems like if this defense gets 1 or 2 turnovers, the game feels so much different, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't just seem. I look at the Bengals game, even though, we ended up winning that game, but that game felt completely different. Mm-hmm. I mean, not for a lot of obvious reasons, but still.
That 1920 football drive was pretty cool with that because was that the game? Was it the Bengals game? How many turnovers did we get? Did we get 4? What game was it where we got 4?
We had a couple different games where we had 4. I don't think.
I forgot. But either way, Al Harris is a dog.
Mm-hmm.
When he's pumping those guys up on the sidelines and there's one more out there. There's one more. I'm like, oh man, I'm getting goosebumps. Like, all right, there's one more out there.
So in JJ right now, just pulled up his stats. JJ, let's see.
Oh, nice. Can you
thrown for 6? Yeah, I could definitely share it. What's funny to me is that Carson Wentz is the passing leader for this team, which I didn't realize. So, hold on.
Oof.
All right, throw me up there, baby. All right, Carson Wentz leading the team in passing, 1,216 yards, but we're more concerned with JJ here. So JJ, 692, 5 touchdowns, 6 picks. Been sacked 15 times. Holy cow, if you look at the Vikings have given up 34 sacks already?
Holy crap.
Hey, welcome to the Bear season in 2024, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on pace to set for 68, pretty close to it.
Well, young quarterback, I mean, do you think that's a a testament to how long he's holding the ball?
Well, you look at Carson Wentz though too.
Oh yeah.
He's got 19 sacks. But I mean, yeah, it's even though JJ was taken in the same draft, he didn't play at all last year. So in effect, this is his rookie season.
Yep.
Um, so he's going through the growing pains that we saw Caleb going through last year. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's not great for him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
53.7% completion. Um, 5 touchdowns, 6 picks, long of 62, 77 yards in total sack yardage. But he's a guy who's going to try to extend plays too. I don't think he could do it quite to the extent that some of the other quarterbacks, that burn the Bears. Speaking of like Huntley, that could extend plays. Daniels to a certain degree, but that's we're going to see that. So I think they need to contain that. That's where Sweat and Booker, need to be able to clean up.
Yeah, that's again. So that's our pass rush and getting to the quarterback. It comes in. We really gotta make that a focal point today. And seeing JJ's numbers there fills in the blanks to why he's got 2 disgruntled wide receivers.
Yeah. And then you look at their running attack too. Jordan Mason getting the bulk of the carries. He's rushed for 444 yards. Aaron Jones, the seasoned veteran, I think they're starting to use him more as a third down back type of role. 186 yards, but they're both averaging over 4 yards a crack. And then JJ's not afraid to run it either. 21 rushing attempts for 110 yards. So that tells me he gets out with 2 touchdowns. One of them against the Bears, right? That made it 27.
Yeah.
So he's not afraid to get out of there. That's for sure.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's going to be something to keep an eye on for sure. So we'll see. We'll see. Oof. He's not lighting the world on fire by any means. This is one of those, I would say, average to below average quarterbacks that we're going against. Offensive line is missing the center. So there's a recipe there. Hey, we got to be able to take advantage. If the Vikings are scoring at will, we're in trouble. I don't think we can really get into a track meet with this team and be able to keep up, because this defense, their secondary for the Vikings, is probably their best unit on that side of the ball.
Yeah. Again, proven by their. Let's see if we could pull these back up again. Yeah, pulling off of these numbers. Yeah, they're not really giving up a whole lot there in the past game.
Yeah.
Under 200 yards of passing per game. Come on, man. And that's right about where we're at. We're just over, let's look at our passing yards per game. We're 232, so we're going to potentially be looking at being somewhere in there. Again, unless Ben's got a great plan ready, which I'm sure he does, but the offense's execution of said game plan.
It's in watching just a ton of videos and, doing all the homework for the show. I'd like to say the Bears are like first in the league to throwing to uncovered receivers. So what a great testament to Ben Johnson's offense on this.
Oh, yeah.
We're throwing to wide open guys. Hey,
right.
That makes it a lot easier. That's for sure.
You definitely see that a lot. I mean, it translates when you're watching the game. Caleb is hitting the wide open. You're just like, wow, that guy was wide open. Wow, that guy was open. Wow, that guy was open. And it's just like,
why didn't he throw it to the wide open guy? Right. I said that a few times too.
Yeah, those have happened too.
Mm-hmm. But that's okay.
It is. It's all right.
It's all right. You watch the offensive film and how Ben Johnson calls a game. The best way to describe Ben Johnson's offense is aggressive. Man, I think about how many times are we completing balls that are deep downfield, eh, or we're running four verts coming right out in the game. He is in attack mode from the very beginning. There is no feeling out the defense. He gets in there, he attacks downfield, he attacks wide zones. I it's masterful. I absolutely love watching the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
And it's exciting that we actually are seeing results from that side of the ball right now. Eh, Let's, this is here to stay, guys. It's really exciting.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
So I agree with that. This is totally it's just beginning. This is
Mhm.
just they're just starting.
Yeah.
Like you start getting into say the last 4 games of the season, how far they've have progressed, and then I think you said it last show as well. Wait till you have so you have this whole first season under your belt. Wait till next off season. And then going into next season, it's gonna be like, "Ooh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh
We're
boy."
only in game 10 and look at the
Right,
results we're seeing.
right.
Holy cow. Like,
Look at those offensive ranks. My
yeah.
god.
To think that those are going to get better or should be improved upon,
Right.
some of them you really can't because you're already in the top
Because
5.
you're yeah, right,
But I mean, I truly think the passing yards per game will pick up. With that, the rushing yards per game will probably stay pretty consistent because this team runs play action probably more than anybody else in the league. If not, they're either 1 or 2, you know. And when they're running the ball, this offense just takes it to another level. And we've seen it since the bye week. They came out, they're able to run the ball. This offense has been humming, and we don't turn the ball over. Rarely
right,
do we shoot ourselves in the foot. Ravens game being excluded, Caleb had a bad turnover there. It didn't help their cause, but once in 10 games, did we have a bad turnover? And the other turnovers were pretty insignificant because they're not standing out. The only one that does was the one in Baltimore. We turned it over inside their
oh,
own 10 or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
But hey, he takes care of the ball. The team's taking care of the ball. We're taking away the ball at first in the league. I mean, it's easy to have that big of a turnover margin when you're not giving it up. Like I said, I think they have 20 turnovers. They will only given it up 6 times in
right,
10 games. Half a turnover a game. We'll take that, man. It's that's why they've been winning these games. And a lot of the national pundits out there are like, well, if this Bears defense doesn't get a turnover, they don't stand a chance and blah, blah, blah. Okay, maybe, but at the same time, we're not giving it up either. It's not like we're giving it up 1 or 2 times a game, you know?
right, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thinking back, like the last turnover I can remember is that Caleb interception. So I think, we'll be in pretty good shape here. For me, we talked about the crowd noise. If you're running the ball and you're just shoving it down their throat, if you make this game quote unquote boring for the crowd but exciting for us, we'll be in good shape here. You'll be able to tell by the crowd noise on how well that we're controlling this game.
Absolutely. Who? So, we're hour into the show. Maybe we could start getting into maybe some of our keys.
Okay.
Some of our keys to this game. You can start us off.
All right, man. I get to go first. So we've been talking about it. Bears got to run the football. Absolutely have to run the football in this game. If they're not able to run the football and that defense is able to get in full blitz mode without any worry of being able to run it, that could pose a problem. Though Caleb has been great against the blitz, we pulled up those numbers. It's still something that I would be slightly concerned about. You know, the next one for me, let's be honest, Caleb's got to be that dude. He's got to be the man this game. Um, he's got to be able to handle the pressures, take care of what he needs to there, make him pay when they bring the pressure, and then that will help back some of that off. Um, and on the flip side of that, the Bears need to make JJ be number 9 today. He can't be JJ. He's got to be number 9, right? So make him look bad, punish him. If he wants to hold on to the ball in the pocket, make him pay.
Absolutely.
With running the ball, play action is going to be huge for this Bears team. And then, we've been kind of talking about it throughout the show. They got to be able to handle the crowd noise. You can't be 1st and 15, 1st and 20, 3rd and 30, like we saw in the first game. That can't happen this week. If we can handle the crowd noise, stay ahead of the sticks, yes, that's going to be huge for this Bears team. They got to be able to take this crowd out, and the best way to do that is get up early.
Man, absolutely. So to piggyback off that last key of yours, one of mine is, it's been a reoccurring theme on the show every pregame show. It's touchdowns. We need to score touchdowns. No field goals. We can't settle for field goals. We need to get out ahead, like you said, and we need to score touchdowns. And how you do that is just what you said. You gotta circumnavigate that crowd noise. No stupid penalties to put us in 3rd and longs. That's going to stall out drives. But we absolutely need touchdowns, just because this week, if like you said, if the Vikings are really running the ball and then that kind of opens up their passing game, we can be in trouble like really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And if it starts to get out of control, we may not be able to keep pace. So let's score touchdowns today. Don't leave it up to Cairo Santos. Okay. Score touchdowns. And and like I've always said, by way of ground or way of by air, I don't care. I don't care if Caleb throws for 200 yards today. But we rush for 200 and and we're scoring touchdowns. We gotta do that. Defensively, I think a big key is got to get to JJ, got to rattle him, hit him, knock him down, get in his face, constantly, apply pressure to him, because I think because this is technically his rookie year, because he was hurt last year, but you can get to him, you could rattle him, you could make him get happy feet back there, you can maybe make him make a mistake and maybe throw us a pick.
Yeah, just like last time, right? Nation right on the outside, pick 6.
Yeah.
Looking back at the stats from the first game, the Bears did a really good job on Justin Jefferson, right? He had the 1 touchdown. I'll give him that.
He's gonna get his.
He's arguably top 2 or 3 receiver in the league right now. Yeah. And if he had a Darnoldson or Aaron Donaldson throwing him the ball, and look at the season he had last year, right now he's figuring out with the new QB. But he only caught 4 balls for 44 yards in the touchdown. The longest on that for during that game was only 17 yards. So if we're talking about the same type of stat line for Jefferson again, as a Bears fan, even with the touchdown, I would take that 100%, because that means that he's not getting over the top and just, torching this defense, making Stevenson look silly. And let's be honest, Stevenson hasn't been playing the best lately. Against the Giants, he looked awful.
Yeah.
Right. The right has been outplaying him on the other corner, quite honestly. And he's been good, but no great shakes there either.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, better than Stevenson, if that's the best thing that we can say about that. They held Hawkinson in check. He only had 3 grabs for 15 yards. Naylor had 1 catch for 28 yards. Thielen was a non-factor who I don't see on the stat sheet, and I don't remember. Addison must have been hurt that game, or they shut him out, one of the two. But if they can contain the passing game like that again, they'll be in good shape. JJ threw 13 for 20, 143 yards in the first matchup. If he has a similar stat line, I got to think that with the way that the Bears offense has been playing, they should be okay. So if this defense can match kind of the way that they played for that first week, I think the results would be a lot different on there. There was a time when we've talked about it before that this defense has a tendency to disappear. Last game, it was the first, starting in the fourth quarter, they disappeared for 10 minutes. And by that time, it was already 27 to 17, and it was too late. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that, man, because that's like a dagger in the heart. You're like, the defense just disappears.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, yeah, they really
think
do.
about the Saints game, that last drive going into half. Well, we talked about it. How many times did they give up 3-minute or less drives? 13 out of 26.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and the Bengals game too.
Yeah.
We had that game was done, son. Was
Sure,
done.
yeah.
I was already shutting it down. I'm wrapping up my chips, finishing my last bit of soda, and I'm ready to take a nap. Nope, not so fast.
Yeah, we got to hang on here. So, yeah, it's, if they could put together a complete game, stay relevant the whole game, stay on top of it. I don't know, man. Is it just a thing where you get complacent? Is it just a thing that the offense finally figures something out? I don't know. But whatever it is, it's got to get fixed. Holy cow. Come on, man. Hang with us for a full 60 here, please.
Well, and that kind of can go towards that same theme can be applied to our offense too. I mean, Caleb does all these late game heroics, and this is great, and we love it. Can you do that all game?
Yeah.
Can you just keep that mode, that alpha wave in your mind? Can you do that from the start of the game through the whole 60 minutes? Can you do that, please?
Yeah, the first quarter, they've been great too. I think I remember reading that they've scored in every first quarter of every game.
Yeah. I mean, we look on our scripted 15, look great.
Yeah.
And then it kind of gets washy after that. But then picks up again in the last 6 minutes of every game,
And
like, come on.
As much as we praised Ben Johnson, that's probably a Ben Johnson thing. So he's got to get better after that scripted. Yeah. He eventually figures it out, don't get me wrong.
Right.
And some of that, maybe he's trying to figure out, okay, how am I setting up plays for the second quarter? I'm going to start, or the second half, I'm going to start setting them up in the second quarter. Maybe there's some of that. I don't know. It's pure speculation on my part, but agreed. Like, it's got to be pedal to the metal, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and then fourth quarter. If we're close, we know we got a shot.
Yeah. I mean, judging by last game against the Giants, he didn't call a great game.
No.
Last game. I mean,
I think we got away from the run fairly quickly on that when we didn't need to.
Right. And, and then his play calling, I mean, it has nothing to do with people dropping the ball. Can we not do that today? I mean, I'll give a pass a little bit because it was snowy and cold and wet, and I get it. But Luther Burden didn't drop any balls. Colston caught like this fingertip
back of the ball. Yep.
Yeah.
Crucial third down.
So, I don't want to hear it, Zacchaeus. You need to start catching the fucking ball.
Yeah, let's be honest, man. Even though it was snowing, did you see any condensation on the ball. That thing was
No,
still
it
bright red. It
look
wasn't that
dry.
dark mahogany
Right.
looking wet ball. So
And Rome too, just while I'm at it, while I'm bitching about wide receivers dropping the ball, and this has been a trend for the last few weeks.
mhm,
Rome, dude, come catch the ball, dude. You're supposed to be our number one.
yeah.
Catch the ball. I know some of these are tough catches and blah, blah, blah. That's why you were drafted so high,
Mhm.
because you catch those.
He was the best 50-50 ball catcher coming out of college, and that hasn't translated to the NFL at all.
No. And his contested catch, it's kind of bad,
Yeah.
actually.
Mhm.
If he's got a DB tight on him, he ain't coming down with it most of the time.
No.
And he should be. He should be
Yeah.
winning majority of those.
Some of those, the one on the sideline where he's down on his knees and it rattles right between his arms.
Yeah.
The Zacchaeus touchdown that he dropped on that seed that Caleb threw.
Yeah.
I
A dot. That was
Yeah.
a dot. Hit him right in the hands,
Yep.
in the arms.
On the run. Yeah, that throw was ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah. Yes.
Um,
He's got it.
we'll find out. We'll know if Ben Johnson is tired of this with Zacchaeus, because I have a feeling, and as a Bears fan, I want to see Burden out there a lot more today.
Yep.
I think the kids deserved it. You look
Yep.
at his efficiency numbers, they're just as good. Like, his numbers in general are just as good as Zacchaeus's,
Yeah.
but half the targets. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
And the dude is absolutely explosive when he has the ball in his hands. Watch out.
Dangerous.
And he doesn't go down with an arm tackle either. You see
No.
him trying to split two DBs, dishing out some punishment.
Yeah,
That
he got
kid's
like
put
5
together.
more yards for doing that.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
100%. Give me more Burden, please.
Yeah, so 1,000% yes.
Mhm.
I'll be pounding the table for the whole season on this topic. Is you drafted him, okay? He was a first round prospect,
Mhm.
but you drafted him second round. You got Colston Loveland. You got all this youth. Okay, use them. That's it.
Yeah.
Deploy them. Start building this thing now. Start doing it now. I know they brought in Zacchaeus because our wide receiver room wasn't looking that great. But when you drafted Luther, I know you're like a rookie, so he's got to learn the offense. He's got to
Mhm.
prove it. No block, no rock. That whole thing. Oh, which that's another thing Burden does is he
Yes.
blocks. So he's doing all the things. Yeah. Let's go. Let's see this young offense just start to do its thing. So I 1,000,000% agree with you. Let's get Burden more touches. Absolutely.
At the minimum, I would say 50-50 split at the minimum. And if it was me, I would probably give the bulk to Burden. Maybe, 3/4, 2/3, whatever that you
Right.
want to say. I think goes to the kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No block, no rock. That's another thing our wide receivers do, man. They block their asses off.
Mm-hmm.
That has come over from Detroit. You think about all the times that Amon-Ra and all that were blocking downfield.
Yeah.
That is 100% what's happening on this team too. Not only on runs, but screens, on Caleb's scrambles.
Yes.
You always see those guys hunting out people downfield.
And that shit matters, right?
Yeah.
Because the play ends up developing downfield, and if the wide receivers are blocking, then boom, man, you got a house call threat on every play.
That's the difference from getting tackled at the 10 or making it in. 100%.
Absolutely. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben Johnson, baby.
Yep. I love it. Those receivers, and I think they all have the right mentality too. They know they're down there. DJ's not afraid to mix it up. Rome's not afraid to mix it up. The tight ends, for sure. Those guys are blocking their asses off at the line of scrimmage, so that translates. Our offensive linemen are hunted downfield. It's how an offense should look. And we have one, baby.
Yeah. I mean, again, the numbers don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring it up 1,000,000 times if I need to.
Yeah,
Swear I
we'll
will.
just leave it down
Okay,
in the corner if we
I'll
have
just
to.
put it right here we go. We'll just do the
Yeah.
whole show like this. There it is.
Rushing
There's the
yards per game, 147.3. You think that's that high if nobody's blocking downfield?
right.
Baloney.
All those little details, man, that all translates. It ends up being a successful offense when you're doing all these things.
Yeah,
And Ben Johnson's relentless approach at the details and making sure the guys are blocking downfield and the whole no block, no rock thing. I love that. I mean, and this is what you get. You get a top ranked offense like this. And again, as Bears fans, top ranked offense, that's like a foreign language. What are you
right.
talking about? Bears?
The only
Top
top
ranked
ranked
offense?
yeah,
No.
the only top ranked offense the Bears was ever seen is if you took them in Madden. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, right. So,
We
but
just
then
gotta
again,
figure we just
go
gotta
ahead.
figure out how to block the 20-yard line. I mean, that thing jumped up and got Caleb pretty good on that one scramble.
Oh,
So
yeah. You just stumbled out of
yeah,
nowhere.
just reached up. The old turf monster got him.
Yeah.
Grabbed him by the shoelace, knocked him off by a half step, and that was it.
Too much line chalk.
Come on, field crew. Get it together.
Oh, man. Hmm.
It's it still blows me away. And we've been saying it all season. Just it, we have an offense. It's such a weird feeling.
Yeah.
It really is. And
Mhm.
it will continue. This will be a common theme for the rest of the year, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We have an offense.
It, it's gonna take time. I
Yeah.
mean, years and decades of trauma in our brains from a terrible offensive play in general, bad play calling, bad personnel, bad quarterback play, decades,
Yeah.
decades of that. To now we're 9 games in, and this is the new numbers. These are the new rankings for a Bears offense. It's going to take some time to get comfortable with that. You
Mhm.
got to work through all the stages of grief and till you get to acceptance.
Right.
And then once we've hit acceptance, then we're going to look at those numbers and be like, yep, yeah, that's normal. That's par for the course right there, baby.
Let's
That's
go.
right. Third in yards per game. Wow.
Yeah.
It's just, you know
It's
what, that third in yards per game, we could be higher on points per game if we would score more effing touchdowns, which is
mhm.
again always a key for me. No more field goals, man. We just can't.
Yeah.
We need touchdowns, and we're going to need them today. So,
Yeah, I don't care if I ever see Santos again. As a matter of fact, that would make my season if I didn't.
right.
So,
If he just quietly pops in that extra point, that's it.
yeah,
Comes in,
that's
boop,
it.
yeah, go sit down.
Come in. I'm sure he'll miss a couple of those too, but yeah, I mean,
Oh my
at
God,
that
don't
point,
say that. Don't put that out there.
right. Pull that bad juju back out of the universe. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
as we're
So
sitting here, we
yeah,
can talk about where the Bears are in the division right now. We haven't really touched about it. It's kind
wow.
of a taboo subject,
And
right?
I can't even believe you're bringing it up.
Mhm.
But here we go. We're doing
Yeah,
this thing. Well, because it needs to be talked about. Okay. That's
right.
also what we do here on the Everything Bears show. We talk about the tough topics that we don't want to jinx or bring up or
Mhm.
have ill feelings towards. But yeah, come on, give it to us. Where we
Okay.
sit in this NFC
Uh,
North.
Tied for first.
Tied for first.
6-3. Technically, we're in second because we lost the head-to-head to the
We lost.
Lions.
Yeah,
Same record, though.
same record.
Okay.
So that's tied for first right now.
What we need is this Eagle Alliance to stay strong for one more week.
Come on,
Right.
Eagles. Come on.
Let's go.
Come
They
on.
play the Lions. We've beat everybody in the East for them. They've
So
beat everybody in the North for us except for the
except
Lions.
for today. So
Yeah.
that's you beat me to it because look, we did our
Yeah.
part. Okay. All three other teams in your division, we took care of them for you. Okay. You've got one left. You better close the deal. You
And
better do your part.
the way that you can pay us back, besides beating the Lions is lay an egg on Black Friday. Okay?
That's
All right?
that'll seal the deal.
Yeah. Maybe Barkley needs a week of a rest that week or something. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
ate too much turkey, bad piece of turkey or something. Just sit
correct.
him down.
Yeah, all a
Okay.
little hungover from Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We'll take our
Absolutely.
chances with an uninterested AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith will get his. He'll be running
Yeah,
wild in the secondary, but hey, I'll take my chances with that compared to Saquon.
yeah. That's not going to be a good matchup when we do that tail of the tape. That's not going to be a good matchup.
No. I don't know. The Eagles offense, even though they're winning a bunch of games, has the Eagles offense really looked that great?
No, but I don't know their strength of schedule. They might be playing
Yeah.
some good defensive teams,
Yeah, they
unlike
play some
ours.
quality teams for sure.
Yeah, because our defense ain't shit.
Yeah. As we maybe admitted before, we might have a defensive problem.
There might be a defensive crisis.
Yeah. We stinks. that's that's the best way I could put that. We stinks on defense.
Bears fans in the chat, is this a must win today, folks? Is this a must have win today? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know. We can review that a little bit. I think we kind of agreed that numerically, by the numbers, it's not a must win, but being it's a divisional rival and the percentages of us making the playoffs drastically go down if we lose, make this game a must win.
Yeah. 64% if we win, 31% chance of making the playoffs if we lose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no mathematician, but it's about half. So
Yeah, that's a big drop off.
yeah, we talked about it even before those numbers, man. We need 4 more wins. This team on the schedule, record wise, is one of those that should be in the win category. Them and the Browns are probably our 2 easiest games left.
Right.
And then we got to beat some teams. And you know what? I wouldn't want it any other way. We need to beat some quality teams to change the narrative on this team. According to the national pundits, or Fugazi or Fugazi, however you want to pronounce it, depends on where you're at. But we need to prove to the national media that we're for real. And the way that this defense plays, that's the only reason why I don't think that they think we are for real. The offense, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that that's legit. But in our defense, and for our defense, we haven't been playing with a full deck of cards the whole season, right?
Yeah.
Arguably, our best player has been out pretty much all year, and Jalen Johnson. Our dynamite nickel has been out. We've only had our 2 starting linebackers for 2 or 3 games. So the reinforcements are on their way. If we could get to 8 wins coming down the stretch and we get everybody back, we're fully healthy, I like our chances.
Yeah.
I like our chances against San Francisco at that point.
Sure.
San Fran is right around one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Christian McCaffrey, their wide
Right.
receivers don't scare me.
No.
I'm sorry, but Brock Purdy still doesn't scare me. He's supposed to be back.
Right.
Their defense, they're missing key players. Bosa's gone. Warner's gone, their middle linebacker.
Yeah.
So I think that's a winnable game. The Packers aren't playing great. So there's,
right. Well,
if we were to prognosticate, I like our chances. I really do.
so I agree with that. I just have one worry, or not a worry. Maybe it's a selfish want. See the teams that you were naming until the last team that you named, none of them are in our division.
Right.
Right. So we're looking like we can beat the Browns. We could beat San Fran. We could beat what was the other team? Was there another? Not in our the Browns.
Yeah,
Like,
Browns.
I don't want to make the playoffs if we didn't beat any of the teams in our division. That's
Yeah,
how you kind of are going to show that you're the real deal because uh, we're kings of the North. We beat, at this rate, if we win today, we split with Minnesota. If we play the Detroit Lions the last game of the season, if we could split with them, that's a ball breaker of a game. I'm not
yeah,
even going to get to unpack that right now, but and then we got the Packers twice. If you don't at least split with the teams in our division, it's tough to
yeah,
have any sort of bragging rights. Like, oh, we made the playoffs. If everybody's like, yeah, you didn't beat any of the teams in your division. If we go 0-2 against the Vikings, who
yeah.
are sitting at the bottom of our division right now, I'm not feeling that great. I'm going to be really self-conscious about are we frauds? But I
Right.
really like our team and we look good. I swear we do.
You know what though? If we're sitting in the playoffs, I don't care how we get there. Let's
Yeah,
be
I mean
honest.
there's all right,
I,
there's that. There
I,
is that.
I'll overlook it for a season. I mean,
All right.
then the narrative is we got to be better in the division next season, and
Right.
then we might be talking, a higher playoff seed.
So that okay, boom.
Let's
Higher
hope that's the
playoff
narrative.
seed.
Yeah,
And you'll
because
get
that
that
means
by beating the teams in your division.
yeah, and that also means that we were a low playoff seed this year, but we made it,
But we
right?
squeaked in. Who
Yeah,
cares how you punch the ticket?
exactly.
Like I said, it was kind of like a selfish thing. I really wanted to be not only strolling into the playoffs at the end of the season, but saying, yeah, and we beat the teams in our division. We don't have to
Mhm.
sweep them or anything, but I mean, minimum split with them.
Right. It's the holiday season, man. You can't be selfish at this point. So think of others. Think about
Um,
all of us restless bear fans out there. We don't care how we get to the dance as long as we're in.
oh, damn. All
Come
right.
to the dark side.
Come
I
to
don't,
the dark
it's
side.
not even the dark side. It's,
No.
it's okay, man. It'll be okay. It'll be something to give us to talk about next year. So,
Oh,
hey,
man.
as long as we make it, I don't care how we get there.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
So,
Well, should we because we got 30 minutes left in the show. We can because we can be long-winded about giving our final score predictions, and especially if people comment in the chat, that'll take up some time too.
and then we'll take our trip around the NFL
And
and
to close it
see.
up,
Yeah. So, all right, man. I went first on the keys to the game, so I'm going to give you the honor to go first with the prediction.
wow.
If you were anything like me, I didn't make my final prediction until last night, right before bed. I just.
So I am a little bit like you because I'm not making my final prediction until you just put me on the spot.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, because I'm really undecided because of some of the matchup issues that we're looking at. Again, this could turn into a track meet. I would say it could be a track meet, and I'd like to think that we can keep pace because our offense is the offense it's coming along. We're starting to minimize the mistakes. Uh, again, Caleb looks like he's really starting to get really comfortable in this offense. If
Mhm.
the wide receivers can catch the damn ball, then we can score more points. So I think we can. I think we could put up some numbers today. Um, it's just that our defense, man, and I am scared of the point that you said earlier about if the Vikings can run the ball with some success today, we can be fucked
Yeah.
and quick because that's how the Vikings are going to start the game.
Mhm.
Okay? They're not going to start throwing it. They're going to just say, "Okay,
All
let's see if
night
you can
run.
stop the
Yeah.
run." And then if we can't, now that's opened up play action. That's opened up pass game. That's, now Dennis Allen's going to be playing a chess match with O'Connell, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather make Minnesota as one-dimensional as possible, stop the run, and then say, JJ, you got to beat us. And on the flip side, the Vikings have a formidable pass defense, and with a defensive coordinator who loves to blitz, it's going to be a little cat and mouse game there because, as you stated earlier, how Caleb is very successful against blitzing defenses. So we'll see if we can capitalize there. But I think you just stick with the formula. Bears, run the ball, run it, run the damn ball. And then wide receivers catch the damn ball. And then when we get in the red zone, score touchdowns, no field goals. My final prediction is Bears win today. Bears are going to win. But I think it's going to be a close one and a mid-range score. I'm going to go like 30-27.
Okay. They cover too, huh?
Bears.
All right. So I too struggled with this. If I was forced to pick this game at the beginning of the week, I don't know if I would have taken the Bears to win. I'll be honest with you. But it's not the beginning of the week. We're a few hours before. And after doing all this homework and doing everything, I also have the Bears winning today in a close one, but a lot closer than your score. I'm thinking 24-23. Like, I'm thinking that they get a 1-point win here. Maybe that's a reflection of my confidence in this game, but it's a must win. This team's playing good. The offense is looking good. The defense worries me. But at the same point, man, they held this team pretty much in check that first week. After going back and watching that game, there was no facet of the Vikings that I was truly impressed in.
Really?
And we know they have JJ. We know they have Addison. They have weapons on offense, but the trigger man just he's not playing great. Our guy is playing really well. Doesn't turn the ball over, which bodes well for us. Is great against the blitz. If our head coach wasn't somebody that was in this division, I would probably be leaning the other way, but we talked about it earlier in the show. He has been in this division. He has a ton of tape on Minnesota. He has seen this offense succeed against Minnesota. He knows how to call games against this defensive coordinator. So that's ultimately where it came down. I think Ben Johnson will be able to maneuver the pieces on the board better than what Flores can. Bears come out in a tight one on the road. I do think that they're going to handle the crowd noise okay. If they're getting a ton of false start penalties, because the Vikings have been on the flip side of that, they're starting to get a lot of those pre-snap penalties. That's why I think the Bears are going to come out. The over-under for this game is 48.5. I got them right there. I guess technically I'm taking the under. You're taking the over. Bears are 2.5-point dogs.
24 what?
24-23.
Oh.
It's like 47 points.
My goodness.
I wanted to go 25-24, but I figured that score's been used up a few times. So I wasn't going to go there. I didn't want to jinx it.
If it ends up being that close, man, I'm the cardiac kids. I can't take it anymore, Bears. I can't take it. Don't do it to me.
Hey.
How many Bears fans are going to have grabbers today? Like, stop. Can we just dominate? Let's go. Let's go out there from wire to wire. We go out there, we score first, and then we just never look back. We just keep scoring.
Yeah, just
Corey
keep going,
Taylor, take the day off today.
Yeah. What? Bears have punted the least amount in the league. So what Caleb said,
nice.
What Caleb has said last year in the draft is coming to fruition.
Yeah.
So
won't be punting much this year.
Yeah. Well, he was a year off. That's okay.
He knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Post told them the plan.
Yeah. It's just a year off, that's all.
Better late than never.
All right, man.
That's it. All right,
So
35 years, and you can't tell me anything.
we both got
No
the
predictions.
Bears
Yeah, we both got Bears winning today.
close.
Close games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, we don't quite have the confidence yet to pick the Bears in a blowout.
I know.
With the Giants, I think I mean, maybe not. Maybe wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't remember what our total predictions were. I can look back in my notes and see what I predicted. But
And
even then, I don't.
the only blowout we've actually had was Dallas.
Yeah, 35-10, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Floose was loose that game.
Yeah.
Loose in coverage.
Mm-hmm. Again, that was the best coach game for Flus for the Bears ever.
Yeah, exactly. Good old Floose. All right, man. You ready to take a trip around the NFL?
Let's go around. Let's go around the horn.
All right. So last week, we were both right at that 8-6 mark. Not great for us, but if we were betting people, we still would have made a few gummy bears.
That's right.
All right. Well, first of all, let's start with the morning game. Washington versus Miami. We both took Miami on this game.
Yeah.
Washington right now is actually up 13-6.
Well, how much time is left?
2:03 in the third quarter.
There's still time.
Dolphins have the ball. Yeah.
All right.
They could come back. After beating the Bills, maybe Miami started reading their press clippings and are promptly shitting the bed here. So thanks, Miami.
Where are they playing? In Spain? Where are they today?
Madrid. Yep. So maybe you can't say the hot weather's getting to them because they're pretty used to that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kicking off our noon slate. We already covered the Bears.
Yep.
Carolina, 5-5 at Atlanta, 3-6.
Yeah, Carolina. I think really bad quarterback play in Atlanta happening.
Carolina on the road. I also have Carolina in that game. All right. This could be an interesting game. Tampa Bay, 6-3 at Buffalo, 6-3.
Oh.
Buffalo looked atrocious last week against.
This is a noon game?
Yeah, it's a noon game.
Damn it.
Yeah, right. Are they doing flex games yet? They must not, because I would think this would have gotten flexed.
Yeah, because this is a big game for both teams. Both teams are bringing it today. And if both teams are giving their best, I'm taking Buffalo.
I'm going to go the other way.
Okay.
I'm going to go Tampa Bay on the road. Buffalo's offense has looked anemic lately, which is weird to say about a Josh Allen-led team.
Right.
But at the same point, they didn't do anything to help this poor kid for the last 2 years.
Right.
They got one wide receiver, and that's it.
Right.
I don't know, man. Give the kid some help. He's a freaking MVP, for Christ's sake. You think he would feel pretty good if he had the weapons that Caleb did?
Woo!
Yeah, I think so.
He would love to have the weapons Caleb does.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next one in the noon slot. The Los Angeles Chargers, 7-3 at 5-4 Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's been pretty scrappy, and you don't know what you're going to get from Sunday to Sunday with them. But the Chargers are playing. Yeah.
Their offensive line looks abysmal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely like garbage. They want the Bears' offensive line, I guarantee you that.
The Bears have a lot to be desired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chargers here.
I also will go with the Chargers. In this case, I think you got to go with the better quarterback, and Herbert is a lot more consistent than old Trev, I would say at this point.
I think they're better coached out there too. I'm not sold on Duval.
Duval. So cringy.
Yeah.
So cringy. All right. This one, try not to pick with your heart. Okay.
Oh God.
Green Bay, 5-3-1 at the New York Giants, 2-8. Who's getting the start for the Giants? Jameis. Jameis
Oh,
is
that's
hunting
right.
W's out there today, baby. He's hunting W's. Let's go.
Oh, this kind of okay. Before you said that, I was in my mind. I already picked. I go with my gut. First thing my brain says, I'm like, okay, go with it. Because I was gonna say Green Bay, but man, Jameis.
Yeah.
Because he's either
So,
going to throw 4 touchdowns or 5 interceptions. One
or
of those 2
5 pick
things.
sixes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One of those 2 things is going to happen. You just never know with Jameis. He's like an
Yeah.
X factor.
Yep. He'll either throw for 5 yards or 500. You got it.
Shit. Because you got to think that Green Bay's got to get back on track.
Do
Or at
you
least they're
think
going to
our
want
good
to.
Lord will answer Jameis's prayers in him not throwing pick sixes this week? Let's hope so.
I don't know. Let's hope. We got to check in with Pope Leo and see what he says.
Green Bay's playing my second favorite team behind the Bears.
Damn it. What do I do? Because I don't want to pick with my heart, but I don't think I have to pick with my heart on this one because again with Jameis, does he make that much of a? I just can't. I'm trying to pick the right picks here. Yeah, it's going to be Green Bay.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Sucks, but
unfortunately, Jameis, if you're listening to the show, buddy, we are not secretly, we are pulling for you, but prove us wrong, buddy. We need you to beat the Packers. Bears are my favorite team. My second favorite is whoever's playing the Packers, right?
That's right.
So
that's always facts.
Jameis. What happened to poor Russell? Or as most people call him, Russet. Just hang him up, buddy. Right off into the sunset.
He's just washed, and you just go away, man.
Him, Kirk Cousins, and Aaron Rodgers need to go to a meeting and then get to that first step of acceptance that they're done. That's another team that the Bears play, by the way. Aaron Rodgers. Yes. Pope Leo. We trust.
So, I mean, I know I picked Green Bay, but do what you can to say a prayer that they just lose to Jameis Winston today.
Talk to the big guy for us, huh? Make sure he's answering Jameis's prayers today. Please. Please. You got the direct connect. We all know. All right.
God's a Bears fan now. It's official.
Fact. It's fact. That's why they got to leave the ceiling see-through on the new stadium. So
that's right. So
God can watch his team. All right.
I love it.
Cincinnati, 3-6. The Joe Flacco-led Bengals going against the 5-4 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow. That could be a high scoring thing.
You know what? If it gets to that point, I'll take Cincy. While you're debating, I'm going to take Cincy because I don't think Pittsburgh's offense can score.
Can't keep pace. Longer. Yeah. Mm-mm. But dude, don't forget how bad Cincy's defense is. They're awful.
But their offense can hang 40 on you. And
and all Rodgers has is DK. So
they have not looked that great. That's for sure.
Yeah, I got to take Cincy too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to this game with Bears and Steelers because Pope, Leo.
Yeah.
Please.
Come on.
Okay. Let's send Rodgers out with the loss against the Bears.
Just send Rodgers with a suck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have won all
those, but in that last year that you played, we kicked your ass.
Right.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Caleb's the new owner.
Yes. Right. And Caleb we trust, right?
That's right.
All right. Last game rounding out the noon slate. 4-5 Houston going against 1-8 Tennessee.
Houston's been a disappointment, huh?
Yeah, but they pulled off the win with their backup last week. I remember watching this slow ass scramble in for a touchdown.
Has Danielle Hunter been injured? Because Will Anderson Jr.'s got to do everything by himself. If I'm saying his name right,
Oh,
the edge rusher. That's a
yeah.
monster.
Anderson is. I know he's been making a ton of plays. I would have to double check on Danielle Hunter because I have not heard him a whole lot, and he was a force.
Yeah,
for those guys.
I mean, with those two at the ends, man, I remember when we played them last year, they were up Caleb's ass.
Yes.
All game.
All game.
Their defensive front made our offensive line. I had a meltdown. Of course, I was doing my Book of Ezra shows after the Bears games, and I was having a absolute meltdown over our offensive line versus their defensive front. And I just know, and they're really good too. So they'd make most offensive lines look silly. But wow, what a crappy game that is. I'm gonna go with the Texans though.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Tennessee is just a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Hate to break it to you guys. Cam Ward might not be the answer.
Wow.
And don't get me wrong, I think he's going to be okay, but he's, dare I say it, he's no Caleb Williams.
No, he sure ain't.
Nope. And I don't know if the kid's a year away. Let's put it like this. I know that team's not a year away. That's for sure.
Yeah. They're in rebuild.
Yeah, big time. They tore that sucker down all the way. And then, So I don't see Hunter on
like
the injury report. So I think he's good to go.
He's out there.
But
he's out
there. Again, I am taking Houston as well. All right. Next. Now we're into the 305 games. 6-4 San Francisco. Brock Purdy, I do believe, is getting the start today. At the 3-6 Arizona Cardinals.
Oof.
This is an interesting game. I think the Cardinals are a little bit better than what their 3-6 says.
Yeah,
I do. Especially with Jacoby.
Oh, right. Because I feel like they're a little bit they're imploding because of the whole quarterback situation. But I don't know. It's a divisional game for them, and San Francisco. They're probably going to be playing there. Are they?
Yeah.
They're going to be. They still got to play their ass off though, because if they want to even sniff the playoffs, the Rams are winning that division.
Agreed.
So if they want to sniff the playoffs, they're going to need to beat Arizona today. So just out of that, I think they're going to come with the win.
Okay. You know what?
You're going to go Arizona.
I am.
Fair.
San Fran on the road. I don't know why, but I just think that San Fran is setting up for a letdown. But I agree with you. I do think the Rams are going to win that division. That division actually is probably the second best in the NFL behind the North. You got Seattle 7-2.
Seattle's balling out.
7-2. San Fran 6-4, and then you have Arizona. But I think Arizona at home, I'm going to take them. I don't know why. Okay. Gut feeling.
Feeling something, yeah. Feeling something in the bones.
Yep. So, and I think after San Fran loses this week, they're going to be struggling to hang on. So, we'll see.
Hopefully they're struggling when we play them.
Yeah, hopefully, they want to take a look at what they have. So
yeah, like if that point of the season, like if they're mathematically out, they start playing backups to see what they got. Yes, sir. I love that.
All right. So this will be the game that I watch this afternoon. 7-2 Seattle at 7-2 Rams.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's game of the week.
Yep.
Wow. Shit.
Oh
Wow.
man, I have to think about this one for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seattle is playing really good right now. Their defense is on fire. Sam Darnold, no drop off that I've seen from the
Right.
quarterback whisperer, right?
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford playing well. It's got Puka Nakua, Devontae Adams.
Yeah. He's
The
having a
run
hard time
game's going good.
staying 100% though.
Yeah, I mean the dude's like 206. So what do you expect?
No. I'm talking about
Oh, Puka.
yeah.
Yeah, Devontae was a little bit banged up, but I know Stafford's been dealing with the back issue too.
Damn, man. Wow. Damn. But like you said though, Seattle's defense looks good.
Yeah, but the strength of the Rams is their offense. They got Jared Verse. They got a couple good young edges. Like the Rams, and man, that team's put together right now. If they had a young Stafford, that team would be a very dangerous team. I don't know if I want to quite say that they're well, I mean, I would say it. They're probably top 2 or 3 teams in the NFC. I
Yeah.
think these 2 teams are probably both in the top 3.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Okay. I'm going Seattle,
Let's
I
go
think.
Seattle. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, the Rams' home field advantage doesn't seem to really play out. So they have trouble keeping that stadium as a home game. So I think I'm going Seattle. So that's okay, man. A few different opinions. We'll see. We'll see
I
where
know
we're at.
that's right. On Thursday when you rub it in,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine.
No,
It's
no.
fine.
Or I just forget to mention it at all. Well,
Nah.
how did we do last week? I don't know. I didn't check.
Oh, I didn't check. Well, we could check. We'll check in live time.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it
All
right
right.
there.
4-5 Baltimore Ravens at 2-7 Cleveland Browns.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't even have to wait for your answer.
No. Yeah, Ravens are gonna
Mine either.
smack their ass. They're gonna
Ravens.
smack them.
Ooh, this next game's going to be a good one. Afternoon slate. This is boy, I might be flipping between 2 games here. 5-4 Kansas City at 8-2 Denver.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're definitely not flexing because that would have been tonight's game. Oh, that's a good one. But so speaking on playoffs and disparity, you got to go with Patrick Mahomes here. Yep.
Crucial game for him.
Denver. Yeah.
Denver's defense probably the best in the AFC.
Yeah, very good.
Who do you trust more though, Bo Nix or Patrick Mahomes?
Right.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. I'm going KC, maybe a little bit of a soft spot in my heart for those guys still. So Sunday night matchup. Eagles Alliance.
Oh yeah, I'm tuning into this one. Oh,
Detroit at Philly. 6-3 Detroit at 7-2 Philly.
You know, so my wants and what I'm gonna pick are two different things. Obviously, we want them to finish their part in the Bears-Eagles alliance.
Right.
They,
the Beagles, as I've seen them on X.
What's Philly's record?
7-2.
Yeah, okay, they're flying high.
Yeah,
and the Lions are 6-3 with us, like that. Yeah, but it's just the Lions, man. They play
Dan
hard,
Campbell,
they're physical.
Dan Campbell's still calling the plays, I think, this week. That's a big story in Detroit.
Right, yeah. Which is so weird, but whatever. Yeah, so I really want Philly to win, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to go with Detroit.
Okay.
Although I think Philly has every chance to win this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lions aren't going to just blow them out and walk all over them. I mean, Philly's going to give them a hell of a fight. And again, hopefully they come out with the win, but I'm just going Detroit.
Okay.
But I want Philly to win, obviously.
If this was at Ford Field, I would go Detroit. But I think with the fact that this is prime time in the link,
yeah,
I am going to stand behind the Bears-Eagles alliance, the Beagles here. And I'm going to go Philly here.
okay.
I'm worried about this one because Philly's offense has looked atrocious. Saquon Barkley has only rushed over 60 yards, I think, in 2 or 3 games this year.
Golly.
Which, how are they 7-2 and they're not running the ball? Because they can't throw it either. But man, this team just, I don't know, like they sat on a horseshoe or something and it's still shoved up their ass. This team always seems to win these weird games, close at the end.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go Philly.
Nice.
And
Okay.
I don't feel great about it, but yeah, that's where I'm going. And then our Monday nighter, the who gives a shit.
Oh
game.
no. Is it really?
Yeah. 3-5-1 Dallas at 2-7 Raiders, Vegas.
Oh my God, what a shit game.
On Monday night. This is the one week that I wish there was 2 Monday night games.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the 2 Monday night games, but I'd rather have something to watch other than this freaking trash show.
That's a shit game. That is shit. Okay. But yeah, okay, I'm Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Dallas.
Vegas is such a dumpster fire right now. I
Big
would
time.
You know what, Vegas? Just send us Max Crosby. Like, you know what? We're gonna release him for an exclusive Bears pickup. I don't know how they would have to work that out. I don't know if there's enough politicians across the country that we could pay off. But here's the hoping.
Yeah.
So this game's already done, but I think we need to talk about it just for a little bit. We got a few minutes left.
Uh-huh.
New England and the Jets. New England won that game on Thursday night, but New England is now 9-2.
Yeah. That's
inside track for the number 1 seed in the AFC.
unbelievable.
Probably going to win that division.
Yep.
9-2 New England. And a quiet 9-2 at that.
Yeah. Who would have thunk?
Yeah.
Vrabel goes out there. It's his first year. Drake May.
Stephon Diggs.
Who would have thunk? I'm gonna Google something first though, because there's a whatchamacallit to this. There's a monkey paw.
Okay.
When it comes to this.
Monkey paw. Haven't heard that in forever. I mean, it's way too early for Stephon Diggs to start rocking the boat. That usually doesn't happen until year 2. But yeah, man, I guess. So I think this year the comp is between Brady and May. Daniels has had a horrible sophomore season. It's been injured. We'll see what it's like going forward, but those 3 guys are always going to be linked together. I guess you can throw a couple others in there, JJ, but he's probably already written himself out of that conversation. But yeah.
So New England's strength of schedule.
I did hear this.
The second easiest strength of schedule, the Patriots.
So they could be looking at 13-4, 14-3, right?
Yeah.
If they get above 12 wins, I would say that they would be the number 1 seed in the AFC. Who would have thought that we would have seen the AFC go through New England this early? So,
Nobody
but
had this on their bingo card.
no. Everybody thought this was the year of the Bills, but as history has shown, is it ever the year of the Bills? In the 90s, it definitely wasn't. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. The AFC is interesting, man. The NFC, I think, for the first time in a long time, is probably the stronger conference, top to bottom. But the AFC's got some outliers for sure.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah. And that, my friend, is our trip around the NFL. A quick recap on the early game. Washington and Miami are now tied 13-13, 6:03 left in the fourth.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. So we both have the Bears winning today.
Yep.
Kickoff is in about 55 minutes. What are you throwing on the grill today, or you got something going?
So no, nothing actually today. I just got chips and dip. That's what I'm
There
gonna
you
go
go.
with. And then I have I made another pot roast this week. So, and nobody in the house really is eating it. So I'm just bread and butter and nice, juicy, tender, shredded. What was
Beef.
it? Chuck roast.
Chuck. Yeah. I'm going boneless, skinless turkey breast on the smoker today.
Nice. Okay. A little preliminary turkey.
Yeah, little, at home Thanksgiving. We're taking the trip to go see mom and dad down on our home block for Thanksgiving. So we're doing a round tripper that day.
Okay.
So we're gonna have our Wisconsin Thanksgiving up here with some boneless turkey breast, I think. So on the smoker, one of them's gonna be a Cajun and Old Bay seasoning.
Yes.
And the other one, I think I might go like a hickory rub. I'm debating between that or holy cow, which is salt, pepper, garlic type of seasoning. So,
all right,
yeah, man, should be all right.
And then fighting traffic into Chicago for Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving Day, it's not bad, man. We'll still be going like 100 down once we hit the state line. So,
because like anytime I go to Chicago, dude, the traffic is terrible.
Yeah, that's why you travel on the holidays, man. Thanksgiving and Christmas Day, ain't nobody out.
All right. So. Just a little travel tips for you if y'all are going to head into Chicago for the holidays.
Travel on the holiday itself. You'll be good.
Nice.
Don't have to use the brake too often.
Well, all right. So that's it, everybody. Bear down today. Go Bears. Scream your hearts out. Cheer. Do all that good stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love having you. Thank you. Enjoy your football day.
Go Bears.
Bears. Peace.